We've all been there. One day we're laughing and joking with someone, sharing plans for the future, and the next day they're gone. Sometimes we know it's coming, but all too often it catches us off guard. As humans, we have an incredible ability to adapt to change. But what about our ability to prepare for it? Can we ever really be ready for such moments? If not, are we doomed to repeat the mistakes of our past? This is the question that plagues Lena, a woman on the brink of retirement. After decades of dedicated service to her company, she finds herself facing a future filled with uncertainty. With her career nearing its end, she's forced to confront the reality of her own mortality and the choices she's made throughout her life. Will she find peace, or will her regrets continue to haunt her? To understand this, we need to delve into the world of psychology and learn about the fascinating concept of denial, a defense mechanism that allows us to cope with the pain of loss, grief, and trauma. Denial can manifest itself in various ways. It could be as subtle as refusing to acknowledge the problem, or as overt as running away from it. Whatever form it takes, denial is a powerful tool that can help us survive in the face of overwhelming emotions. In Lena's case, denial is her constant companion. She refuses to believe that her time at the company is coming to an end. She clings to the familiar routines and rituals that have become ingrained in her daily life. This resistance to change is understandable. After all, Lena has spent her entire adult life working for this company. It's not just a job for her, it's a part of her identity. But as the reality of her situation becomes undeniable, Lena is forced to confront the inevitability of change. She must come to terms with the fact that nothing lasts forever and that her time at the company is drawing to a close. As we follow Lena through her final days at the company, we witness the power of denial firsthand. She struggles to accept the reality of her situation, clinging to the hope that somehow things will stay the same. However, as the clock ticks down, she's forced to confront the truth. Through Lena's journey, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the challenges we all face when faced with loss and change. We learn that denial is a natural human response, but it's not always healthy or helpful. Ultimately, Lena's story reminds us that it's essential to acknowledge and process our emotions in order to move forward in life. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss the powerful quote by Leo Tolstoy, "Every man has his own dead to live with." And to delve deeper into this profound statement, we will examine the psychological impacts of unresolved grief. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our latest videos. Our channel aims to explore the depths of human psychology and motivate you towards a better understanding of yourself and others. Your support means the world to us. Now let's dive into the complexities of Leo Tolstoy's words. At first glance, the statement, "every man has his own dead to live with," may seem cryptic and perplexing. However, upon closer inspection, it reveals a profound psychological truth that resonates deeply within each one of us. When we think of death, our immediate reaction is often one of sadness and despair. Death is universally challenging and evokes intense emotions, regardless of whether it is the loss of a loved one, a pet, or even a cherished part of ourselves. The absence left behind by death can feel like a gaping wound in our lives, causing us to grieve the irreplaceable. However, Leo Tolstoy's words challenge us to shift our perspective. He suggests that in addition to grieving the physical absence of those we have lost, we also carry the memory and impact of our dead with us in more ways than we might realize. Each person we have ever known, loved, or even encountered leaves an imprint on our psyche. Their presence, actions, and relationships shape our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in ways that we may not consciously recognize. Consider, for example, the profound impact a parent has on their child's development. A parent's love, guidance, and support can shape their child's personality, values, and outlook on life. Even if the parent is no longer physically present, their influence continues to resonate within the child's thoughts, feelings, and actions. Similarly, a broken relationship or a hurtful experience can leave emotional scars that linger long after the event has occurred. According to the attachment theory, our early experiences with caregivers shape our attachment styles and influence how we relate to others in adulthood. If a caregiver is consistently unresponsive or neglectful, it can create a sense of insecurity that follows us into our romantic relationships. As a result, we may find ourselves constantly seeking reassurance from our partners or struggling to trust and feel emotionally connected to them. Furthermore, unresolved grief can manifest itself in a variety of ways. According to psychologist John W. James, repressed grief can lead to physical illness, emotional instability, and a general sense of dissatisfaction with life. By suppressing our grief, we are essentially denying a natural and necessary part of the healing process. Instead of allowing ourselves to feel the pain and sorrow associated with our loss, we try to bury it deep down, hoping it will eventually go away. However, this only serves to intensify our emotional torment and prevent us from moving forward. For example, someone who has lost a loved one may try to distract themselves with work or other activities in order to avoid confronting their grief. However, this avoidance can lead to feelings of guilt and shame, as well as a sense of isolation and disconnection from others. Eventually, this repressed grief can manifest itself in unexpected ways, such as through physical symptoms or emotional outbursts. So how can we break free from the cycle of unresolved grief and denial? One key step is to allow ourselves to feel the full range of emotions associated with our loss. This means acknowledging our grief, sadness, anger, and despair, as well as any guilt or shame we may be feeling. By confronting our emotions head-on, we can begin to process our grief and move towards healing. Another important aspect is to seek support from others. Connecting with friends, family members, or a therapist can provide us with the emotional support and understanding we need to navigate our grief. Sharing our feelings with others can help us feel less alone and can provide us with valuable insights and perspectives. Finally, it's crucial to honor the memory of our loved ones in a meaningful way. This could involve creating a tribute, sharing stories and memories, or simply taking some time each day to reflect on their life and legacy. By honoring our dead, we can keep their memory alive and ensure that they remain an integral part of our lives. In conclusion, Leo Tolstoy's words, "Every man has his own dead to live with," offer a profound insight into the complexities of grief and loss. By confronting our grief, seeking support, and honoring our dead, we can begin to heal and move forward in our lives. Remember, you are not alone in your struggles, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. If you found this video insightful, please don't hesitate to share it with your loved ones. Together, we can support one another in navigating the challenges of grief and loss and finding the strength to move forward. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our latest videos. We would be honored to have you join our community of learners and thinkers. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.